I'm Roy St. Clair, doing another video for Team Push. We're going to talk about the 2012 September ban list.
The most important one.
Yeah, actually, because right now, the Worlds is coming up and everything. Basically, we're just been testing a lot, me and my team, because there's a lot of tournaments around here, like, just locals. Where my team's actually hosting a cast tournament coming up in Maryland. If you're in the Maryland area, you guys can be a part of it. It's going to be like a $400 or $500 first place prize.
Maryland, D.C., Virginia. Anybody who can get out here, get money.
Yeah, basically. And anyways, we just play testing a lot, talking about September endless. It's all hearsay. I have a lot of friends actually in Japan from when I tried out there for Worlds. I'm talking to them, talking to people that I know, within the game throughout the world, other pros obviously. And these are just like speculations, but this is kind of what I think would be good to balance out the game. It's not going to be in any order. I'm just going to kind of like head down a list that like me and my teammates have actually, and my friends and everything in Japan, and we've kind of compiled. Basically, the ban list, I got Dragonfly going to 1. That's because Insectors is actually doing really good in Japan.
Not so much over here.
Not so much over here anymore. I mean, it tops one, a couple tops or whatever, but it's not really winning. But in Japan, it's actually like one of the most played decks over there, and I don't think Hornet is going to be too much of a factor because if you restrict Hornet to 1, they still have ways to get around it. I mean, get to it, and all they really need is 1. You play it against the deck when it just has 1 and it still gets there.
I think it's actually going to be the deck that wins Worlds.
What?
I think Insectors. Well, I mean, windups can't be played over there. You're not going to see Rabbit played over there. Insectors will be the most played deck over there, and because of the meta over there, I just think it's what wins. It's just like Agents last year, where it didn't do anything over here in America. It was winning Japan, and it won Worlds.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably save some Insectors too. I mean, anyways, I think that's going to go to 1. I think that's the good hit. But I think Rescue Rabbit should go to 2. It's not really primarily doing too many things over in Japan. I mean, it does get there, and the tournaments over there. And the reason I keep mentioning Japan is because obviously Konami goes a lot based on their ban list, not based on what's going on over here. I think Rabbit goes to 2. It doesn't need to be restricted to 1, just to weaken the deck a little bit. I think Red Eyes is going to go to 1, not because of Chaos Dragons here, but because over there it's actually the Heretic deck. We were just talking about this a second ago. The Heretic deck needs 2 of it for the OTK.
We're supposed to be getting Gustav Max over here too, so preemptive strike over here.
Yeah, so I really think they're going to drop that down to 1, and it'll help balance that whole thing out, including Chaos Dragons, if people are going to keep running that over in America. Over here. I think Reborn's going to get banned. I think it's too powerful. I think they got rid of Premature, and brought Reborn back. I don't think they needed to. I think they should just get rid of that card all in all. I mean, it helps windups. It helps every deck. The only reason I say windups is recently we were playtesting, and I just hate when they draw that card.
Plus BLS, a BLS hits the grave and it's free to be reborn. That's crazy.
It's just in general, Reborn is just too powerful of a card. There's other 1-for-1s that are banned that don't need to be, that don't offer +1s and access up to the yard. Anyways, I think Valor's going to go to 2, because it's, played in every deck, and I think it's just a really good card. They don't have to put it to 2, but I think it's going to go to 2. I don't think Premature is going to be back. A lot of people have Reborn's guard, Premature back. I don't think so. I think they should ban Sangan. I think Sangan's going to get hit.
Well, what about Tour Guide?
I don't think Tour Guide's going to get hit. I think they hit Sangan. That's good enough. Then people can still run Tour Guide. It doesn't kill the card completely, but it really cripples it a lot and forces people to either run like Tour Bus or just run like the Tour Guide engine and maybe an alternate fiend.
Tour Bus, $50.
Right. The reason also I don't think they're going to hit Tour Guide is because in Japan they get it in there with the extra pack.
They'll be getting extra pack 5 in October. That'll be TCG exclusives from Extreme Victory up until the Samurai Structure deck.
What are they getting? A Tour Guide and
Tour Guide, Tengu, Wind Up Rabbit, that kind of crap.
All our exclusives. 2 cards that I think are actually definitely going to come back. I think are going to be I want to come back, and I actually have been talking to a lot of people. Is Goyo and Trish, and the reason I say Trish, and everyone's
never.
Like, oh, no, never. Plants got wrecked a lot, and I really think Trish could come back.
Don't let me run Plants again.
And Goyo, because I think it would force people to run more tuners, and instead of it just being nothing but an Exceed format with a straight Catastrophe in your extra deck, it would force you to maybe run a couple, not force you, but allow you to run a tuner, so you could have a more variety in extra deck, and then also, as you pointed out, Matt, that if you had Goyo, you could grab the 6s. More people run 6s in their extra deck, Exceeds. But yeah, I think Goyo's going to come back.
What about the simple fact that people say Goyo itself is just too overpowered to be a generic level 6 synchro?
I mean, you get in synchro. The big thing about the synchros in general is that you have to waste 2 cards to get one. And if they bottomless it, which is easy, it's very susceptible to that. Or one, you lose a card anyway, so you go down a card, and you still have to complete attack with it and destroy the monster with it to get an advantage. So it's I don't think it's too overpowered in the format. I think you need more synchro options so people play that.
Oh fuck, that! I'll be running 3 of them.
No, I think it'll come back to 1, like it was. I think Oppression is going to come back to 1 because there's so many special summon decks, and it really puts a hindrance on it. And with MST at 3,
Windups Rabbit.
Yeah, with that MST at 3,
Chaos Dragon.
there's ways to counter it. I think Ultimate Offering will go to 1. I only say that because I know Gadgets hasn't done a lot here, but in Japan, Gadgets are actually doing well. I talked to a lot of my friends out there, and before Gadgets actually start taking over after Worlds here and actually doing really well over here, I think they're going to put Offering at 1 pretty quickly because of Shockmaster and some other, and the deck just gets really. What's the name of the other guy?
Shark Drake.
No, the guy that lets you search for a machine.
Oh, Gear Giant X.
Yeah, Gear Giant X. How do I turn this back on?
There's a button on the bottom. You'll press that and then slide across. Kindle Fire. Yeah, right there. The one that's lit up.
Anyways, I think that, like I said, Ultimate Offering. I think Future Fusion should be banned. I don't know if it will be because Chaos Dragons is on the deck over there, and it's not really on Heretics over there. So I want it to be banned. A lot of you guys want it to be banned. I don't think it will be, but I want it to be banned, so that's like one of our hopes. But I think if they put Red Eyes at 1, it'll hurt the deck at least a little bit. So that's good. I think Kalute and Whirlwind, that's actually one of the 2 cards that I think that are actually going to come back. A lot of us do. They nerfed Black Wings a lot, but I've been talking to a lot of people, and I think Whirlwind and Kalute are going to go back to 2, not to 3. It makes Blackwing more viable again.
I love people's argument that Kalute is at 1. Kalute went to 1 because Honest went to 1. Honestly, that argument is completely invalid in that they're 2 totally different cards.
Same card. I mean, Honest is better in the damage step, and Kalute's better without monsters that you're swinging because you can use it for attack your game. As you guys know, I actually ran Blackwings and top world with it. Like I love the deck, and I'm not just saying that because I love the deck so much. I'm saying it because it's a viable deck and it's good. It kind of it runs as like a beatdown, and it stops like combo decks because of Icarus. Anyways, Heroes is actually taken down. It's one of the competitors out in Japan right now, and if you guys are following the coverage out there for Tokyo Nationals, Heroes and Gadgets are, I believe Gadgets in it. Heroes, Bubble Beat is actually in it, and plus Heroes is doing amazing things out there.
And we get Escudaro.
Escudaro and the new Dark One. I think that Super Poly is going to go to 1 or 2, and Miracle is definitely going to go to 2 at least. It's already been hit over there. I know Heroes aren't seeing a lot of play here, but they will once the Dark comes out. Make Super Poly basically. You can main 3 of it and hit any deck with it. So I think Super Poly and Miracle go to 1 or 2. I think there's been a lot of discussion online about Sugioing coming back. It's kind of like a wish card. I don't think, since it's not a lot of flip effect format, that it doesn't really hurt for that card to come back. It'd give a boost to Gravekeepers. And things like that. Other decks that would allow people to run a little bit more control decks and stuff like that, just because it's an option. I want Confiscation back, and other people talk about how they get rid of Reborn, they need to bring a power card back. It's pay 1,000. If you guys don't know that card, rip the card out of your opponent's hand, look at your hand. I think that card should come back, and I think it's probably going to come back because it's really balanced, and some people say it's not balanced because it's overpowered, but I think it's a really good card.
Bring back Regeki.
Not a chance. Wind Up Hunter, I think should get banned, and people may not agree. People are talking about hitting Shark or hitting Wind Up Carrier. No, that doesn't. I mean, not Shark or Rat or whatever. But no, I think if they're going to do something to the deck, just ban Wind Up Hunter, and then the deck is still a deck. You just can't loop anymore. You
can't hand loop. You
can't hand loop, but you can still spam out 3s, summon lots of Zen mains, summon big beats, summon everything. So I think the deck becomes still a good deck. It's just you don't hand loop turn 1, it becomes more balanced.
You can still, at that point, if you spam the field, you can get 3 Zen Mighties in attack mode, and then an Acid Golem, and just slam.
More so than you run Rats is you're instead of wanting to hating drawing Rats, then you want to draw Rats. because you use them as like debris dragons, and then your extra deck becomes a deck with like 3 Zen mains in it. Anyways, another deck is one of the last ones I'm going to come to is Dark World. I haven't really touched it because that hasn't really been top. I mean, it tops every once in a while, but doesn't really
do shit in that.
But it's still a really stacky deck, and it gets there. It's cheap, and it doesn't really take a lot of skill to run, but it can just like stack out. So I think they definitely got to hit the field spell and or Grappa. And I think it's going to be more important to hit the field spell. So I think the field spell and Grappa will probably go to 2 or 1 and 2 a switch. I don't really know exactly how they're going to do it out there. Because it's not really doing a lot in Japan, but it's doing a lot here. And if they will make a meta call, I think they should hit it. I don't know if they will, but I think it really needs to get hit. And I know a lot of people that agree with that. The last card I'm going to come to on my list actually is Rekindling because of Lobbles, and they are wrecking in Japan right now, and they are not doing anything here, but I think it is going to get preemptively hit before we even get a chance to run the Lobble deck to its full potential. I think they're going to restrict Rekindling to 1.
Just like they did with Fishboard.
Yeah, Fishboard immediately because of the Claudian deck. I think Rekindling is definitely going to get restricted to 1 in September before we even get the deck built over here. But yeah, basically these are all my predictions that we've come up with, and I've been talking to a lot of people around the world, like I said, guys. So like I said, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about everything. We might have a couple more videos up today. Everything should be uploaded tonight, and I'm gonna work on getting the site looking a little bit more fancy and not just all blah looking.
Let your friends know about us.
Yeah, tell your friends about everything, and let me know what you guys think about ban lists. Let's start up a discussion on in my email. I'll talk more about it and just on the page in general. I guess. Thanks.